Hello, hi dear Swift learners. How are you all? I hope that everybody is fine. And here I, Ritika, am back bringing with me another new session for you all. So before telling you what are we going to study today, we will as usual have a quick tour around Swiflearn to see what is Swiflearn all about. So here Swiflearn, it is India's most sincere learning destination wherein we provide the classes for grade 1 to grade 10. You will be getting live and interactive classes over here with maximum 6 students in every batch so that every child gets the attention she or he deserves. Then we have academic mentor team apart from the teachers to track your progress and to help you if you get stuck anywhere. Also, we cover the syllabus as per your school exam schedule so that you can perform well in your schools also. Apart from these things, there are some of the key features which make Swiflearn all the more special, like detailed progress report, which will be a kind of detailed analysis of your test performance, homework performance, your classwork performance, etc. Then we have Swiflearn Academic Test Series, and also there are unlimited practice tests available on the Swiflearn portal, which further includes 2 categories of subjective and objective. And subjective test, it will further help you in your school exams. So please book your free trial class and have this amazing experience of classes here at Swiflearn. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to it, press the bell icon and press on like button if you like the video. So today in the study of compound session, we are going to learn about sulfuric acid, in which we are going to see occurrence, the properties including physical and chemical, how to prepare it, what are some of the tests and the uses of sulfuric acid. Now talking about very common thing, you must have seen these inverter batteries used in our house, right? They are also known as lead acid batteries. So what is present in these batteries? Here in these batteries, this negative plate, it is made up of lead, and positive plate, it is made up of lead oxide. Okay, and here we are using sulfuric acid as an electrolyte, okay, which has most of the chemical energy. Now here sulfuric acid comes into the picture. So why do we use sulfuric acid over here? What happens is this mixture of sulfuric acid and water, it is used as electrolyte. Why? Because it undergoes a reversible reaction. Reversible means getting back again. So here lead and lead oxide, they are again converted to lead sulfate. And not just in the batteries, sulfuric acid is a very important commodity chemical. And how successful any nation is in the industries, it is determined by the acid production. So if we have this good acid production, okay, it is determined that we have a very good industrial strength. So sulfuric acid becomes a very, very important commodity. It is also known as king of chemicals. Why? Because it is used by many industries, and it has its nickname as oil of vitriol or methylene acid. Now the structure of sulfuric acid. So first of all, it is a very strong acid. It has this hygroscopic and oxidizing properties. It is mineral acid, and the chemical formula of the same is H2SO4 with a mass of 98 units. Now how does mass of 98 units happen? So H2SO4, it consists of hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen. Now talking about the mass of hydrogen, it is approximately 1. Okay, then sulfur mass is 32 and oxygen mass is 60. Okay, now what are we having? We are having 4 atoms of oxygen, 1 atom of sulfur and 2 of hydrogen. So here we get 16 4s are 64, then 32, and then we have 2. So it gives approximately 98 unit mass, and that is how we say the sulfuric acid mass is, molecular mass becomes 98 units. Next, talking about the occurrence. So in free state, it is found in mineral springs, okay, and it is formed by the water action on sulfides. And combined state, it is found in many compounds like gypsum. And talking about the laboratory preparation, so how do we prepare it? We take the aqueous solution of sulfur dioxide and we oxidize it using some of the reagents, okay, and the reagent, it can be our atmospheric oxygen also. So the reaction goes like sulfur dioxide, water and oxygen. So it combines to give, or this oxidation reaction gives sulfuric acid. Now there is one process which is known as contact process, okay. It is used in industries to prepare sulfuric acid on a very large scale. So let us see what is this process all about through a short video.
Sulphuric acid is a very valuable chemical. It is used in the manufacture of detergents, dyes, fabrics, fertilizers, paints and plastics, and in many other products. But how is sulphuric acid made? Sulphuric acid is made in a three-stage process called the contact process. In stage 1, sulphur is obtained in its elemental form, a solid, it is melted and is then combusted in oxygen. What do you think is formed at this stage? Could you write a chemical equation for this? Pause, think and continue when you're ready. The product formed at this stage is sulfur dioxide, and the chemical equation for this is shown. Did you get it right? In stage 2, the sulfur dioxide is converted into sulfur trioxide. The reaction is in equilibrium, which means that as the product is formed, the reverse reaction can also occur and it can break down into its reactants. What can be done to this process to speed it up and to force the equilibrium into forming more sulfur trioxide? Pause the video and continue when ready. This reaction can be sped up to form sulfur trioxide by adding a catalyst, vanadium oxide. This is an exothermic reaction, which means it gives out heat. Usually, this means that the formation of sulfur dioxide, the backward reaction, would be favoured at higher temperatures. However, the catalyst needs a temperature over 400 degrees centigrade for it to work, so the idea is a trade-off. The reaction actually takes place at 450 degrees centigrade. You need the gases to reach equilibrium within the very short time that they are in contact with the catalyst in the reactor. So having an increased temperature ensures a high rate of reaction, meaning you establish the forward reaction quickly. Finally, in stage 3, sulfur trioxide is converted into a very concentrated sulfuric acid, and the equation is shown now. This liquid is also known as oleum. It is very viscous and releases acidic fumes. It is very important at this stage to add water carefully, usually as a mist to sulfur trioxide. This is because the reaction is very exothermic, so mixing it with pure water would release a mist of sulfuric acid that would escape into the air. 99.5% pure sulfuric acid is then collected and is shipped off to where it is needed next. There are some acidic waste gases from stage 3 which can escape and cause local acid rain. Here's a challenge for you. What can you fit the chimney with to stop these gases from being released into the atmosphere? The correct answer is that the chimney is usually fitted with acidic scrubbers. These are bases like sodium carbonate. On contact, they neutralise the fumes, forming salt and water. Other ways to minimise the release of any sulfur oxides is by recycling gases between stages 2 and 3. In summary, the contact process converts sulfur to sulfur dioxide by combusting sulfur in air. The sulfur dioxide produced is heated to 450 degrees centigrade over a vanadium oxide catalyst. This produces sulfur trioxide. The sulfur trioxide is treated with a fine mist of water and 99.5% sulfuric acid is collected. The acidic fumes produced are treated with acidic scrubbers to prevent local acid rain.
Alright,
0.5% sulfuric.
so in summary, what we can say that contact process, it is the process of forming sulfuric acid by using sulfur. So first of all, we convert sulfur to sulfur dioxide, then sulfur dioxide to sulfur trioxide, and sulfur trioxide to the sulfuric acid by passing through oleum. Okay, there is one more stage. So this is how we get sulfuric acid. Now let us move further to physical properties of sulfuric acid. It's colorless, no smell. It is very well soluble in water, and since it is acid, it has acidic nature with sour taste. Next, it has a very corrosive nature and it chars the skin black. So it is one of the most strong acid. It is very corrosive, so it's always better to stay away. The melting point of sulfuric acid, it is 10.4 degrees Celsius, and boiling point is 338 degrees Celsius, and the density is 1.85 gram per centimeter cube. Next, chemical properties of dilute sulfuric acid. So dilute means which is added in water. So sulfuric acid, it is a strong dibasic acid, and it is diprotic and ionizes in two stage in the aqueous solution. Next is a sulfuric acid. It gives out carbon dioxide from metal carbonates and bicarbonates. Okay, so here we are taking the metal carbonate. So what it is doing, it is liberating carbon dioxide gas. Next, it gives hydrogen gas when it is reacted with metal. Okay, so we are making it to react with magnesium. So what it is giving, it is giving out hydrogen gas. Next is chemical properties of concentrated sulfuric acid. So concentrated sulfuric acid, again it becomes a very strong dehydrating agent. So what it is used for, it is used for drying the wet gases, okay, which actually do not react with acid. Next, it also forms hydrogen chloride from sodium chloride, and similarly if we take calcium fluoride, it will form hydrogen fluoride. Okay, it will displace. It burns glucose, sugar, starch to carbon. So it is burning this glucose, sugar and starch to the carbon. And some of the general uses of this acid is, it is used in acidic drain cleaners. It is also it is also used to remove tissue paper because of its dehydrating property. And it is used in industries to manufacture metals such as zinc, copper. It is used to make fiber, and 50% of it is manufactured. It's used in making phosphoric acid. Again, that phosphoric acid, it is used to make fertilizers, phosphate fertilizers. Next, catalyst uses. So it is used in catalyst, first of all in manufacturing of nylon, then to manufacture HCl, hydrochloric acid. It is used as catalyst. It is used as catalyst in petroleum refining, and also in preparation of sulfate of sodium and iron ferrous. So these are some of the uses: paint and pigment, detergents, fertilizers, explosives, plastic, fiber, rayon, paper, etc. These are some of the uses. Now, test for sulfuric acid and sulfate. Some of the tests that we can undergo. First is, when we heat copper concentrated sulfuric acid, it gives out sulfur dioxide. And this sulfur dioxide, what it does, it turns this potassium dichromate solution into green color. Next, if we heat sulfuric acid, okay, with HCl, NaCl, it gives concentrated sulfuric acid. It gives very pungent or a little bit bad smelling fumes of HCl gas. Now the question says, some bacteria obtain their energy by oxidizing sulfur, reducing sulfuric acid as byproduct. In the laboratory or industrially, the first step in the conversion of sulfur to sulfuric acid is to produce sulfur dioxide. Okay, we just now saw it in contact process also. Then sulfur dioxide, it is converted to sulfur trioxide, which reacts with water producing sulfuric acid. So name one catalyst which is used industrially to speed up the conversion of sulfur dioxide to sulfur trioxide. So we saw we are using platinum and vanadium pentoxide, okay, to speed up the reaction. Write the equation for conversion of sulfur dioxide to trioxide and why does this reaction supply energy. So when we are converting sulfur dioxide to sulfur trioxide, we are just providing oxygen, okay. So sulfur dioxide, it is converted to sulfur trioxide plus energy, okay. So the energy, it is approximately 45 kilocalories. And what is the name of compound it is which is found between sulfur trioxide to sulfuric acid? So from the journey of sulfuric trioxide to sulfuric acid, we are having again a compound which is H2S2O7, which is known as oleum. Now did you know fact says that the atmosphere of Venus, it is made up of carbon dioxide and very thick clouds of sulfuric acid. And because of sulfuric acids, Venus is a kind of shining planet, okay. The Venus sulfuric acid, it is produced in the upper atmosphere, and because of the photochemical reaction with sun, with carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide, it produces water vapor, okay. So this is why it shines basically. Alright, so what are the things we have done today? We learned about sulfuric acid, in which we focused on the properties, physical, chemical, the uses, the test, preparation, and how and where does it occur. So we learned about sulfuric acid in today's class. I hope that you might have understood every single thing that we have covered. We will be meeting in the next session, in which we will be learning about some more new things. And if you have missed out this series, please go to channel of Swiflearn. The videos are listed there. Please go and see them, and also book your trial class on Swiflearn. Thank you. Let us meet in the next class.